Yeah, I can never time that right. I gotta register. Yeah. Okay. All right. Welcome to TPP podcast episode 11. So new this year, we actually going through the holidays. So you get to see us Thanksgiving and Christmas. Today's gonna be like better not do it on a day that we're doing stuff on Christmas, but we'll see. Because last season
I'm gonna
Christmas.
be what?
Well, no, we're going through Christmas, so we'll see how Christmas fares when the Friday falls, or I have no idea. I haven't looked that far ahead yet, so who knows. But welcome back. So recurring guest who you don't know is PT, also known as PrincessThunders. Welcome back. Oh, camera just went pixelated.
Yep, it's going to be doing that off and on. It's windy here, so...
It's windy here. Windows projection program in chat, if you don't see, or anyone listening, she just totally has gone pixelated on our screen. But yes. Alright, so we kind of start always with introductions for PT, but since PT we kind of already know you from last time. What has been up to you since you were last year? What's been going on?
Not a lot. I think I've made affiliate since last time I was here. So
nice.
Surprise.
Congrats. Again, yeah.
Finally got on an actual schedule that I've been mostly keeping up with, and then I just took all this week off because that's what you do when you finally get to a schedule that you're keeping up with. You just stop, right?
That's usually how it works.
That sounds about right, unfortunately.
Sounds about right for everybody. Life happens, you kind of like grinds to a halt and you're back there waiting to come back. But we will be excited when you come back again, which will be soon, hopefully, or next week, or I don't know when. It's up to you.
I think probably tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow. Well, there you go. I'll see PT tomorrow. So yeah, so cool. I don't know. I think we talked about this, but Faith probably missed it. So, go over the etymology of PrincessThunders, or how did you come up for just a refresher again?
Well, it's mostly just a lack of creativity. My husband calls me Princess, so I just went with that. And then the Thunders is from an old nickname back in high school. And I was like, that's pretty similar, so I'll just smush those two together because. When I decided to do, I started on YouTube, so when I decided to do that, it was literally that day. I was like, YouTube, I could do that, and then I just did it. So, there was no thought, really, behind it.
I love the gumption.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But then you went from Princess Thunder Games to Princess Thunders. So, to cut it off? Was it because it's too long, or what was it?
Yeah, well, and I kind of felt like maybe having the games there was a little too look at me, I also stream, and I didn't want to. I just wanted to be a part of communities without having that being the center point.
Oh, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. So simple enough.
I can understand that. There are plenty of times I want to go in incognito mode. It's no, don't look at me.
But it was also interesting, I think, I had this conversation with Faye today, and, I was like, what's your thing on Blue Sky? She's like, Almost Famous, and she's like, there's a dash. And I was like, oh, that's probably why, because someone's already claimed Almost Famous with underscore again. And I was like, oh.
I'm going to change my name. I'm not even kidding. I'm just trying to figure out what it is, what it's going to be, because this is so annoying.
Because you never can claim the underscore before someone claims the underscore?
I don't even want the underscore in there. I don't like that being in there at all. I don't, because when you're trying to tell people what your screen name is, anytime you have to add punctuation or numbers are a little bit easier, but anytime you have to add stuff like that, it makes it more difficult for you to be found.
True, because it took me forever, and I kept typing every version I could think of. I could not find you until I asked you, and you're like, dash. I'm like, oh. There you go.
It's hard for me to remember. He's saying I told him, I didn't. I opened up Blue Sky and screenshotted my own stuff because I could not remember what it is. Because every platform has different, what characters they'll allow and which they won't. So, Twitch does not allow hyphens, I don't think. So I use the underscore. Blue Sky doesn't let the underscore, so I use the hyphen. Some of them don't allow either of them, so I have to use a period.
It's all over the place. So chat or podcast, make sure you check out name change eventually for Faye, if you can figure it out down the line. So we'll see. But yeah. But
hopefully
this is
Faye in the name, so everyone else will be able to. Yeah, Faye will still be in it. That's actually my name. You're not taking that from me.
Well, there you go. There you go. All right. So this is kind of the Thanksgiving episode. Let's give her kind of like. I guess we kind of went over mine, and Faye's like kind of like what happened Thanksgiving. Like PT. What? Since you've been in a busy week, how was your Thanksgiving week been so far?
My Thanksgiving week or my Thanksgiving day?
Thanksgiving Day. I mean, I say Thanksgiving week as in the whole week, but Thanksgiving the day is the epitome of it. So yeah.
Actually, the Thanksgiving Day was not bad. It was not bad. So generally, what happens is Hero and I will invite over some people that he works with, and it's normally just like young people who don't have families in the area to spend Thanksgiving with. So we're like, just come over and eat food at our house, and then promptly leave. And
then go home.
Yes.
Yep.
And so we had 2 people this year. Like one year we had like 4. This year was just 2, and they came over, and we played Skippo. We ate some delicious food, and then they left. And then Hero and I just sat on the couch and did nothing.
Did nothing. Well, there you go. That's the way to do it.
Sounds like a good way to do it.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. All right, so kind of leads into actually before that updates, because we haven't seen Faye in a couple of months, like visually seen Faye. So what's your update for this month?
Well, obviously I'm settled and have my camera set up, so that's nice. I have my own stream started back up.
Nice. Sorry, Hero said cooked all week long. Haha.
Oh yeah. I bet, man. Yeah, I've just finally mostly settled into the new space. And then my birthday was yesterday. So, this week was like birthday stream and then straight into Thanksgiving and then actual birthday. And now I'm just tired. I didn't even do anything. I'm just tired because it just is. So.
Hey, Witness protection is off again. Hello.
Woo! You can see your pretty face.
I see your face again. But yeah.
I bet.
Oh. But yeah. Let's see. Updates since last month. It's gotten colder. Let's put it that way. Like.
Oh yeah.
Faye is not used to this cold eater, so she's kind of like.
I experienced my first snow, chat.
She did.
Podcast peoples. It snowed, and then it actually stuck to the ground so much, not the road, just like the grass area thing. Thankfully.
It's like
let's not do that again.
You could hear the panic in Faye's voice. It's like, no, I'm not ready for this. It just needs to snow after my birthday, not before my birthday. So it literally was.
I've never seen snow before January. What are you doing?
Exactly. So like for the guys everyone who lives in the north, because we're in the north now in Pennsylvania, snow occurs usually sometimes before, but it's been very finicky. Like doesn't get a little good snowstorm until later on. The Faye's gonna be like, no, don't even mention snow. Don't even mention like the weather around. So over Thanksgiving it rained here, but if you went like a good hike north, it would it snowed. Yeah, some years it didn't snow at all, so yeah, it's true, being up in this area. But yeah, like, it was snowing up in Buffalo, and my coworkers was like, yeah, we're going to my, my boyfriend's, like, parents' house, and it's, like, far away, and we have to drive, and it's gonna be snowing. I was like, snowing? And, like, looked at the line, literally, like, half of Pennsylvania, the lower half was getting rain, everyone else up there was getting snow. So, but yeah, cold weather has been the update. I've been very good at trying to not overuse home water science. If you put the thermostat at a certain level and it's not too high, you just put on extra layers of clothes and you'll be fine. I'm like, so that's literally how I approach it. So like, but then today, I tell Faye, I was like, it was ice cold when I came downstairs. I had to turn we have oil heating, so I had to turn it off a little bit just to like warm the house up. But man, I was like 26 degrees outside. Oh no, I had to turn it. It's like below freezing. But yeah, how's the weather over there, PT? Usually, has you got snow yet, or does it snow at all? Or are you?
No. We're in the Pacific Northwest, so we don't get the snow very often. Just like very cold rain. That's pretty much
very
it,
cool.
and ice. Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's like today, I think it was like 35 degrees for most of the day, and we went and got our Christmas tree. No big deal. It
Nice.
is what it is. And, yeah, it'll get snow. I love snow. I wish we got more of it. Everything is
You can have
happening
it.
with snow. I'll take it, Faye. I will
Like,
take it.
just shove it over. Give it to PT on the other side of the country. Oh, yeah.
No, thank you. I don't like the cold. Okay, well, like, part of the problem is I don't have snow or really cold appropriate clothing. This is one of the, like, few sweaters, full air quotes, because it is so thin. And all my sweaters are pretty much just really thin because I bought all my clothes in the South and I haven't had a chance to go shopping and get North appropriate clothing.
Here, chat, North appropriate clothing.
It's just cold.
Yes, it's very just cold. You can see they thought like what is your TikTok investment? You said it was the fleece lined leggings.
Yes, I bought those fleece-lined leggings that are on TikToks. 10/10 recommend. They are not lying.
Sure.
I don't do
actually.
Huh?
Are you?
So I'm wearing those right now, actually.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah, it's like I don't usually do ads and things like that, but like this is legit, and also like it's the only way that I can wear most of my clothes because all of my clothes are like thin pants or skirts. I basically can't go outside right now.
She's literally today. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go out." She's like, "That's fine. I'm good here. I don't need to go. I don't need to go anywhere today." So yeah, but yeah. So literally, yeah. It's one of those things. Like you feel like because like if you move from like one place to another place, you never take into account like how is the weather up there, and then until you get there and experience firsthand, you're like, "It's cold as F up here." I say we probably think out loud to herself.
Here's the thing is I did know it was going to be cold as heck. I just didn't have much of a choice on it. Like, this is the time frame I had to move in. This is the place I have to go. And you're just going to have to make it work. And if it means I turn into a popsicle, them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks. But yeah. So yeah, it's gonna get something used to. I think this is your first time, right, Faye, being back in this area since you were a child. So.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think the last time I lived up north, I was still like single digits at oldest 10. But we mostly stuck in the South, and it's also it's a bit of a culture shock. Things are. Like, I know I've traveled so much in my life, and I've lived in so many different states that I am very acutely aware that, like, every state is its own little country. But going from, like, Georgia to Texas doesn't feel like that much of a different culture. Going from Texas to Pennsylvania... Yeah.
Give us an example here. Give us an example. Come on. You can't just go that way.
Okay. So like going from Georgia to Texas feels like what most Americans think going from America to Canada would be like. Okay. Regardless of what Canada's actually like. It's what Americans have in their head, right? Going from Texas to Pennsylvania feels like what I imagine going from England to Japan would feel like.
Really?
Y'all have different words for things here.
They do. They totally do. They do. So Hero is from Pennsylvania originally, and he will still be like book bag or supper or just like the weirdest things. Like, what the heck is supper? What do you know?
See, that's what I'm familiar with, because like my grandparents were from Ohio. Like, I understand that supper is equal to dinner, and that Northerners will use dinner sometimes to mean lunch. Like, I'm aware of those things. But I was talking about wanting to go get a sub, and my friend, who's like born and raised in Pennsylvania, is like, the fuck? And yeah, apparently they're called hoagies here, and I'm like, what? It's a sub sandwich. That's why it's called Subway.
True, I can believe that the Subway did coin the word sub, but yeah.
Hoagie.
Yeah, it's a hoagie. And also a place is called Wawa, which only exists in this area. And
I legitimately, on the topic of Wawa, the first time I heard that, I legitimately thought that was like the northern slang for Walmart, because like in the South, parents will sometimes call Walmart Wally World.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, this is just northern slang for Walmart, right? Because like no, it's just a gas station that's also a restaurant thing. And I'm like,
wait, so did you come across the Sheets on the way up this way?
I did.
Okay.
I had to stop it. I stopped at a Sheets on the way up because it was the only place that had a charge station.
Okay.
Ooh, the Sheets are amazing.
They
Never
are.
in my
I
life
agree.
have I ever been to a gas station like that.
Was not impressed.
Oh my goodness.
He's from Texas, so like Texas was the
To
big
be
thing in
fair,
Texas.
yeah.
Go ahead.
To be fair, yeah, I was in Texas and we have Buc-ee's. PT, remind me to send you pictures of Buc-ee's, but anything that Wawa or Sheetz thinks they are is like a pale imitation when compared to Buc-ee's.
Well,
So,
here at B&W, all we have is 7-Eleven, so
Oh, there you go.
we don't have anything cool.
So
I'm
they're
sorry,
kind of
I'll share
like
pictures.
kind of like illustrate or describe the picture of Buc-ee's. It's like you go in there, it's like a full-fledged, like it's definitely kind of like a gas station, but you go inside, but it's big enough to be like a very versatile supermarket that has almost everything.
So the Buc-ee's have on average somewhere between 50 and 100 gas pumps, depending on what size one you're at. 50 being about the minimum. You go inside. One side of it is your kind of normal gas station, except for like there's a wall bigger than all four of my room walls if you put them flat. Bigger than that. Just sodas. And then they have like aisles for just the chips. They have 2 soda fountains, soda stations, each one has like 10 different sodas at it. Then they have a coffee station that's its own permanent fixture that they never take down. Then they have a whole wall where they make jerky in-house. They have a standing thing in the middle that's where they make barbecue, because they smoke barbecue out back of the place all day. They make fudge in-house. And then down the other way is the merch. When I say you can buy a Buc-ee's onesie to put your child in, or a Buc-ee's bow tie for your pet, or just like there's home shopping portion that's about the size of my office, maybe bigger actually, just for the home shopping. That's not the clothes and the tumblers and the rest of it. I will send you guys pictures. I'll put them in the Discord too. Actually, I'll just put them in the Discord for everybody.
There you go.
Gigantic. The bathrooms, they have a light system. When you turn the lock, the light turns red, so that you can see from when you walk in, you can at a glance see which ones are occupied and which ones aren't. So if it's green, you can go in, and if it's red, someone's in there.
I need that for my home bathrooms.
There you go. And then, of course, we were saying Buc-ee's a lot, but what is the mascot, or what's the animal?
It's a beaver.
It's a beaver. There you go. So there's a beaver.
Buc-ee's beaver.
Beaver as the mascot. I have been in one since my travels, and just to give you clarification, a little perspective, PT, as someone who has never been in one ever, it is amazingly huge, and there's so many things in there. You could spend like the whole day in there and still like or just crack the surface.
They have really good barbecue there. Like actually, like really good barbecue.
Well, there you go. But there you go. So okay.
Wait till you get stuck behind a horse and buggy. Oh. Actually, you know what? That actually wouldn't be the weirdest thing. It can't be that much different than getting stuck behind a tractor.
True. Oh, hey, Keely. Thanks for the raid. Hello. Hold on. Thank you for the raid. How you guys doing? And hold on. I lost my chat. It's probably somewhere. Yeah. I appreciate you. Hold on a second.
I just want to make this clear, because I know this sounds like I wasn't like a super Buc-ee's fangirl. I don't have any merch from there. I was always one of those people that was like, why would you buy merch for a gas station?
True.
The only reason that I'm like, is because,
Sorry, just a clip playing my ear. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Before it stops playing, it's on the other screen.
I didn't see
You
it,
can
I'm
just hear,
sorry.
you can hear, no, it's on the other screen, but I can hear Keely laughing in the background. It's distract me. Keely has a very infectious laugh, chat, so here we go, see her stream. She has a very, very infectious laugh. Thanks for the bait, but yes. But yeah, I don't think Faye is definitely not a fangirl, and then, of course, PT is not go back into witness protection again. So we'll hope she comes back soon. So yeah.
It's not, yeah, I just want to be clear. Like, it's not that I was a fangirl. It's just like I come up here and everyone's like, "Oh, you have to go to Wawa. You have to go to Sheetz. You have to do all these things." And I'm looking at it and I've been there and I'm just like.
Oh, sorry. I'll remind you later. The bubble machine is actually off for today stream, but I'll get you next time. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, the word John. So wait, have you ever said about the word? So John, I gotta look up the official. It's kind of hard to describe. Like, how do you describe it? Repeat. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I said I don't know if I'd be able to handle that. I found Sheetz a little bit overwhelming. Hero was so excited to show me. We walked in and I was like, "What is this? Like, this is not a gas station. It's so bright. I'm going outside. Bye."
So, gotcha. So John is a slang term used in the Philadelphia and Delaware Valley to refer to a person, place, thing, or event. Could be anything. So it's
a word without a definition is what I'm hearing. It's a word that means nothing.
But it can mean anything, and that's only originates in this area. Could be the John you're drinking out of your cup right now.
No. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay. All right. So let's kind of
poor communication.
Well, yeah. All right. So let's kind of segue into kind of that word. We were talking about different, I guess, differences with North and South. But let's go into the Thanksgiving theme because we're talking about Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving and pop culture. So we have many references to Thanksgiving and pop culture in terms of movies like shows, TV shows have done many Thanksgiving themed traditions. The one example is that I looked up and gave to the people gave to my co-host and guests to kind of think about is the concept of Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, which is an old movie, and John Candy and Steve Martin. But literally, it was about the journey to get back home for Thanksgiving, which a lot of people these days and age do travel because the main person that's hosting Thanksgiving could be in another state, could be across like 6 hours away, could be 8 hours, it could be so long. People take flights, airplanes, trains, automobiles. So like the theme is usually to be together for the holidays, right? So to go back in each of your mind, say, have you ever traveled for Thanksgiving? And then like what is so important to get to the place and kind of what themes like around this time of year resonate with you for Thanksgiving. So I don't know if anyone, I feel like it's kind of hard because I don't know, PT's probably like, I don't like Thanksgiving, I stay home. But yeah, it's like, I'm not sure if Faye's kind of premise on Thanksgiving too. Like, have you must have gone to Thanksgiving at one point in your life, eh?
I mean, yeah, we did Thanksgiving, but I never traveled for Thanksgiving. So I either lived in the state where it was happening, or I lived elsewhere and did it with people who were local to me elsewhere. I'm not dealing with the jacked up prices, the overcrowded airports, the people.
The people.
No, I'm good.
I think PT's... You're good.
Oh, sorry. The first time we ever went to Pennsylvania was actually for Thanksgiving. First time I ever went there with our children was to go visit Hero's family for Thanksgiving.
Was it the very, very easy travels? Like, not stressful at all?
Oh my gosh, it was wild. We had to, let's see, our children were so young then. I think our youngest was probably 2 and our oldest was 5. So, and then when you fly with toddlers, you have to carry their car seats with you. So we were traveling with 2 toddlers on a 16-hour flight, carrying these like 45-pound car seats through the airport. It was wild.
I'm surprised I don't see, because like while I don't travel for the holidays, I do travel, like in general. I'm surprised I don't see more like car seats and booster seats in general. I think people are definitely taking their kids out of those before they're supposed to.
I think it really depends. And a lot of people will also check their car seats instead of bringing them on their flights.
Yeah, but I don't see them at the conveyor belt either.
That's crazy because I am like super paranoid, especially when it comes to cars. I was just in someone's Twitch chat, I think today or yesterday, where I was like, cars are basically just giant death machines. Like, and people should really be more careful.
As someone who has barely survived it, yes.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of really bad car accidents, and so whenever we travel, when my kids were, and mind you, like I did not give birth to like babies. I gave birth to toddlers. They come out like the size of 4-year-olds, and
hey, Carissa.
Large.
Hi, Carissa.
Hi, Carissa. But they were in car seats probably way past the time they needed to be. Like,
I remember. Oh, go ahead.
Like taking our oldest when he was 5 on the plane. Like he was like Hero's parents were like, "Isn't he a little big for a car seat?" And I was like, "No, he'll be in a car seat for the rest of his life if it's up to me."
It's up to you. I feel like I've seen, like, sometimes I've seen people have the car seat all the way up to the gate, but then kind of like have it handed out to check in, then last second, then like they bring it out the first thing, so like you're not waiting at the baggage claim for the car seat. I don't know. That's like my impression. But like, just talking about the traveling aspect of everything, right? So it was stressful getting there, and it was like, how far did you have to travel? Like, were you guys in the Pacific Northwest to travel back to PA, or where were you?
Yeah, Pacific Northwest back to PA, and it's about a 16-hour flight, so it's like 8 hours on one flight, and then like 6 hours on another flight, and then whatever else. And of course, at this time, like Hero and I, we were both smokers. And so you don't get to smoke the whole time, like 16 hours, no cigarettes, with toddlers.
Oh.
And like at one point, we got into the dumbest argument. We were like,
tempers were high.
Yeah, like it was not good. Like I was like sweating, and he was like, "Well, we have to go this direction." And I was like, "I know, I can read."
Can't imagine.
And we just like stopped and looked at each other, and we're like, "Okay, deep breaths."
There you go.
We're good. We're okay.
There you go. So, like, the stressful traveling, I think is a good theme for that, because, you know, people, you know, take sometimes long distances, sometimes, for me, I kind of, like, I was always in the States, so, like, I was just driving to wherever person's house it was, but, like, the theme, so, like, I don't know, maybe because, like, how do you describe it, like, Thanksgiving wasn't always my thing since being here, because, like, I feel like Australia doesn't do Thanksgiving, so I had that for maybe, the majority. Yeah, it's a U.S. holiday, so...
Yeah.
So, like, I never had the experience of that until coming over here. But then, like, do you guys... I don't know. Like, maybe you guys, from your experience, haven't been, you know, partaking in the holiday a lot longer. Is the theme still, as some of the movies and shows say, that you are just together with friends and family, and you are just having this gigantic meal, and, you know, supposed to promote, like, gratefulness and being thankful, kind of, no? Everyone's going like, nah.
So, like, in theory, leading up to it, that's what everyone says it's supposed to be, but if we're being, like, completely honest, and PT, tell me if your experience is any different on this, Thanksgiving always turns into one of kind of two different things, in my opinion. Either everyone is putting on the fakest mask they have and pretending they like everyone, and nobody wants to be there, but we're pretending because you're supposed to, because that's what family does. Or there's going to be a fist fight. There's going to be a fist fight, and someone's going to get knocked into the turkey.
Gotcha. Hey, Maga. Oh, yeah. So, PD, do you agree or disagree? I think you're nodding your head. I can't tell from the blur.
Yes. So, from my experience, like, growing up, because I come from, like, a super big family. We're, like, a bunch of Mexicans, so they just... children everywhere all the time. But... And then we'd all, like, we'd fight all year, and then we'd all get together and, like, eat deviled eggs and be like, I love you. And, like, and then as I got older, like, I was like, I'm not doing that. I'd rather just not do that. Like I'll just,
there you go.
You know, make new traditions because Thanksgiving is supposed to be, be thankful for the people you're with and you're around and the people you love, which is why this year my family's like, well, come out to the island, and I was like, I can't think of anything that I would rather be doing less than going to spend my time with people I don't like on a literal island where we could get stuck there. No, thank you. I'll stay. And then, but I think that like this day and age, like you're kind of like less beholden to your family unit. So
I love this Advent, and I don't know how long it's really been a thing. I only heard about like it becoming a thing in the last like 5-ish years. The Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
I love this because that means one, I get to pick. Like we get to pick whose house it is. Like who wants to actually host.
True.
And you're around people you actually like. Okay.
Till we come back. So quick 30-second ad.
Oh, there's an ad? Cool. I can turn off my husband's computer real quick.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. And should be back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Don't think it happened in the last 30 seconds. Okay. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just like we get to pick like who's hosting. It's a joint effort. Everyone wants to be there.
There you go.
You probably like everyone that's there. Because like I'm not going to a Friendsgiving if there's a bunch of people I don't like. I'll go to a different friend's house.
There you go.
Or something like that. Like it's so great. If you want to host this year and the friend B wants to host next year, and like you don't feel like you're beholden to starting something where like, oh great, now these people are going to be coming to my house every day for the next 20 years.
That is true. Friendsgiving is a good concept. I think probably hasn't taken off till recently. I feel like hasn't been around as, I don't know. Someone has to quote me on that because I don't know how long Friendsgiving the concept has been around. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of a better because I think everyone dresses the family like every time my family gets together. The first thing that usually comes out of someone's mouth is like, you've gained so much weight or you lost so much weight, like usually based on the appearance. So we usually as a gauge to see how like someone has changed over time, which is they just like excel because she's like. No. But that's usually like one of the starter conversations, and I feel like I don't know if you ever run into people politics. I don't know that ever comes up during kind of family gatherings per se, but I feel like some people probably try to avoid those. But yeah, like I feel like the theme's kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's a very, how do you describe it? Commercial holiday per se. Because I feel like it's kind of like signifies like Halloween's over. What do we have between Halloween and Christmas? We have Thanksgiving, which kind of smack in the middle, which kind of feels. I feel like she's something to say. Go ahead.
I don't think Thanksgiving's that, because like when we say commercial holiday, it's where the purpose of it is to make you buy things. So like all of the Halloween candles, all of the Christmas decorations and the gifts and the yada yada, like Christmas is very commercialized. Valentine's Day, 100% commercial holiday. There's nothing non-commercial about that day. Thanksgiving, I think the day itself is one of the few holidays that we have that's not actually commercialized.
Well, all right, let me take that point and kind of pivot a little bit. So I feel like it's to signify the shopping, which is really the day after. But
Black Friday is a separate entity from Thanksgiving.
I take that point correct. That is separate, but I think that's the timing of the two, and that kind of goes into that, which I feel like for me it seems like that's where it's kind of set. Like I usually go whoever has the food. Sometimes I order the food from like Whole Foods or some Wegmans or something where I can like take it back and heat it up for me and my mom. But yeah, I feel like for me, I think for a while it's been always like the day after shopping, and of course after COVID and everything, shopping is kind of like for Thanksgiving taking a back seat and everyone's like, oh, it's now closed. But there's been years before, if you go back and like stores open like 8 a.m. Thanksgiving Day or like 5 p.m. like that night to get all the shopping in. But I feel like that's one of the I don't know. You can disagree. We can disagree to disagree, but
No, so I know what you're talking about. It's actually funny because I actually was watching, I think it was a YouTube video about the exact thing you're talking about, where like it was about 2015 when stores started trying to open earlier and earlier. So they're like, instead of opening at like 6 a.m., let's open at midnight to try to get people to come in earlier so we can beat our competitors. And then they started pushing it earlier, where you're getting like, 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. And there was pushback. I remember seeing like Facebook groups popping up about like, what were they calling it? Like boycott Black Thursday or something like that. And it was like a lot of like pushing and pulling from like these community groups versus the corporations. But if you actually paid attention this year, nobody opened early.
yeah, no one.
Those community groups finally won.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, and like it was like 2016, 17 maybe, and my little itty bitty teeny tiny grandma was working at JCPenney's. She's like 68, and she's like 4 foot nothing. She's tiny. And they were like, well, we're gonna have you come in at like 6 o'clock Thursday, right for Black Friday. And I was like, no, you're not. And my grandma was like, well, I have to go. I'm like, nope, you're quitting. You're done. You're not going in.
Yeah, and I remember giving a lot of pushback too, because it's like these people, like, they get 2 guaranteed days off. Like, retail workers get 2 guaranteed days off. That was Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. Nothing else is guaranteed. We make them work every other holiday. And, like, Ty got a little bit of me saying something about this on Thanksgiving Day, but, like, absolutely I don't do anything that would encourage people, or it would encourage corporates to staff on those days, because those people deserve those days off. And
if you forget something, too bad, deal with it.
Yeah, I realized at like 11 p.m. that I was like, oh man, I meant to get like some sparkling cider for Thanksgiving Day, and I was like, well, that sucks. I'm not going out though. I had my chance, I lost it.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy that they all opened at reasonable times this year.
Yep.
And like, yeah, just I'm so glad we beat the corporate people.
There you go.
I'm happy.
Well, then, here you go for that. Cheers. All right, so let's kind of segue. Just kind of get the ball, keep moving. We have the first AMA question, so you remember these questions. Faces are always in the reverse is true. But first up is PT. So I don't know if you did your homework or have an idea what you want to ask, but it is your turn.
Okay. Who am I asking first?
You can ask anyone. That's fine. It's your choice.
Okay. I had things written down, and I had it on a piece of paper, and then I put the piece of paper down, and then it disappeared into the ether. So
that ADHD life.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Could have been me. Could have been my youngest. But my question is for Faye.
Okay.
And it's actually going to be the same question that I asked you, Ty. What is your playlist look like? Your music playlist.
A very random assortment. No rhyme or reason.
What's your current obsession?
Oh, should know this.
No, I don't actually have. See, I'm thinking that you're thinking epic, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed with the last Saga drop. It did not hit my brain right. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it like I did the other ones. And it's not just because new, because that was my first thought, is like, oh, like I don't always handle new well, but the previous Saga drop, I was there day one and was obsessed. So I don't think that's what it is. One, I was really looking forward to a specific song, and it's not in this Saga. Also, I don't know, I just don't. The 600 Strong wasn't that good to me. It just didn't feel
rushed. Like,
yes.
It feels rushed, and it feels like there are like huge segments of the story that you're missing. Whereas
yes,
like,
it definitely feels like. Oh, sorry. Please continue.
Yeah. Beforehand, you were like getting like segments and little pieces that would make things make sense in a musical kind of way. But like this time, I'm like listening to it. I'm like, well, what is he doing to Poseidon? Like, what happened? Like, how? Like, what is this monster? When did you war him? What's going on here? Like, this all happened so quickly. I get no details. I feel so rushed. Like,
we didn't need Calypso's second song.
I did love it though. I did. That's my favorite song.
So here's the thing. Out of context of Epic, it would be a good song, but in context, it just makes me feel gross and like I need to take a shower.
I know we brought Epic up before, but just can we recap Epic again? Or what is Epic for the listeners out there?
Epic is a concept album that's in the process of being made of Homer's Odyssey. It's a modern retelling. Well, I shouldn't say modern. It's a retelling in a musical style. So, like the music sounds like it would be something that you would kind of find on like a Broadway play. And it's being created by a gentleman named Jorge, who is on TikTok. I cannot remember. It's not so much I can't remember. I just don't have the tongue to be able to pronounce his last name because it is very much Hispanic, and I cannot roll my R's properly to say his last name. And I don't want to butcher it. It's very good overall. 99% of it, love it. This last saga, it was kind of just meh for me.
Okay, so it's not Epic then. So what do you listen to when you're driving? Like, what do you sing to Monster?
Right
Yeah.
now, I literally am just putting my like 10-year liked playlist.
Like song the random?
Just putting it on random and seeing what comes up. There's not really a particular obsession at the moment musically, which is always a sad place for me. I'm like true. In limbo at the moment.
So wait,
but it's probably good for Ty because that means I'm not going around the house singing the same like 3 or 4 songs on repeat.
She does go na sometimes when we're just playing the game. I was like, God, Faye, don't put the Muppet song in my head every single time when you're just like waiting for something to happen. So
It's my like loading screen song, and you can blame Mon for that.
Exactly.
Mon put it in my head one time, and it's never left. I swear it's been over a year now.
So, PT, does that answer your question, or you want kind of specific like music types, or because it's just random, or for like songs over 10 years?
Well enough. I feel like Faye's music list probably looks a lot like mine.
Okay.
We can compare notes sometimes.
Oh, we could. Hero, like, he always laughs because we'll be in the car, and then, like, 1 minute it's country, and then it's Broadway, and then it's heavy metal, and then, and then it's classical, and then, like...
Yeah, like, I'm going from, like, electronic to country to rap to a lot of sad girl music. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of emo sad girl music.
What is sad girl music?
Oh, God, here we go. Open the can of worms. Go.
It's just like I feel like it's one of those things. It's hard to describe it if I.
Well, give us an example of the song. Yeah.
Most anything that Evanescence has ever put out.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
There's a song called "Afraid of Quiet" by Lydia the Bard. If you've never heard that song, PT, also you specifically, but everybody else, if you've never heard that song, I highly recommend it. The song, it sounds like what a panic attack feels like, and it was so cathartic to hear it.
I don't know if I'd want to relive that.
No, it's done in a good way, I promise.
I'm not sure if the panic attack is something I'd want to like simulate. As someone who gets them fairly regularly.
I get them too. That's actually one of the reasons I did find it, because like I said, it's not I don't know how to describe it any other way, but it's not in the bad way. It's more like it feels like I'm, because I've been told so many times in my life that like, oh, you're exaggerating, you're just doing this for attention, you're making it seem like it's worse than it is, and the way the song is, I'm just like, I feel like I'm actually being seen right now.
Oh,
like this person gets it.
It explains it, kind of.
Yeah, they're not really like yeah, it's like they explain it, but you have to hear it. Because there's the verses are like that welling up of panic, and then the chorus is like the come down. I was like, okay, I'm okay. Very, very cathartic. 10/10 recommend.
Nice.
If you
One
don't
second, my
like
dog.
it, you can text me
Dog.
or you can DM me angry messages.
There you go. Hey, your dog? What's going on? It's Blur. She's a witness protection. Hey, dog. Also witness protection. Aww.
No one can know.
No one can.
So puppy.
Nice. Let's see. So, what I've been listening to, I think every time I've driven Faye in my car, she's like, you listen to stuff that has no lyrics. Hey, Daphne. But yeah, it's been kind of a thing. So the playlist that's been kind of playing in my car a lot is the Bridgerton Season 3 soundtrack. I have not watched Bridgerton, so let's point that out, that I have not watched the show. I have no idea what the show's about. But I was listening to this one, so they do a lot of renditions of modern songs, but this is totally every song that's in the classical mode with no lyrics from the Bridgerton Season 3. So that's been on my playlist.
You just
But
like
yeah.
the vibe songs then, huh?
Yeah, pretty much the vibe songs. But yeah, hey Deft, good eggs. Yes, we have 3 good eggs in a row.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
my dog matches my sweater.
It does.
Looks like I planned this.
But yeah, so like I think that's been on there, and then I think I've been watching Arcane. So Arcane has like the Imagine Dragons theme song opening. It's like just every time it pops up, it's like it's such a vibe. It's such a vibe. But I don't know if anyone's seen Arcane. League of Legends Season 2 just came out, all 3 parts, so like, but they finished it. It's also based on the game League of Legends. I know some people haven't played League of Legends, or I have never played it myself, but the Arcane show by itself is pretty good.
You've never played League of Legends?
I have never played League of Legends, no.
Nope.
I haven't played League of Legends in a very long time, but it's a fun game with like a really crappy community, if that makes sense.
Oh, really? That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But well, what is on your list, PT? Out of curiosity.
I'm sorry.
What is on your playlist currently?
Right now I am super obsessed. I do this thing where periodically I'll go through and I'll listen to like it's called Pop Goes Metal. So that a lot of metal bands will redo pop songs. And right now I am obsessed with Pink Pony Club by Lauren Babic. So if you haven't heard it, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I have a thing. I have a thing for metal and good songs being turned into metal. I listened to it for like 2 weeks straight.
So wait, what's it called again? Oh.
It's Pink Pony Club, which is a really, really popular pop song, I guess. I've never heard it.
Okay.
By Lauren Babic. It's so good.
You can play for the listeners. Pink Pony Club by what? Oh, it's the original song by Chappell Roan. Okay.
Yeah, but then Lauren Babic redid it because I don't. Hot take. I don't really like Chappell Roan. Her music doesn't do it for me. But this song does.
Alright, there you go. Here, I found it. Let me cue. Hold on. Cue that for everyone to listen. Give me a sec. So if you're on Kick, Lane has the ability to, on my Kick stream, I can put a song into the rotation, and I'll add it to the next queue. So let me go find my page again. It's over here somewhere. Hold on.
I just saw the pictures you posted, Faye. This is a gas station?
That's
a Buc-ee's.
Yeah. Alright, I'll play after the song. That is the Buc-ee's, yes. So, here, hold on. For contacts of people watching, everyone listening. Oop, I can pull it up here.
Good.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Ty, you can take those pictures and post them wherever you want. That was just the easiest place for me to put them.
Oh, yeah, I'll just share it for now and I'll post them later. But yeah, so it's pretty. I'm gonna just disappear you guys off the screen for a second. You're over here? No, you guys are over here. Okay. So yeah, just show you real quick. That's what Buc-ee's is. The immense gas station, all the merchandise and everything. There. Alright, back to the suit set. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Shoot, where are we at? I got distracted by the song, yeah. So yeah, hold on, let me skip this song and I'm gonna play it. One sec.
He's doing that, PT. I just want to let you know. You'll notice that there's a lot of Christmas stuff out. I took these pictures in October.
What?
Yeah,
That's not
like
okay.
mid-October.
Wait, this is not
Listen,
the song.
I love Christmas, but I think they really need to slow down. Like,
Well, there's no
Ugh.
holiday commercialized like Christmas is. That's why it comes out so early.
that is true, but there is something about the Christmas spirit, man. I set up Christmas way too early this year, and I have no regrets. None.
Oh.
Mhm.
I just play this here. It's not gonna let me play it.
I refuse to let Christmas come before my birthday.
That's fair.
Just full stop.
Fair.
You're not allowed to put up Christmas stuff until after November
After
29th.
November. When I
After
was
November
living in
29th.
my
You can put it up November 30th and I won't say anything. If I see Christmas stuff on my birthday, I will scream.
Bad for the December babies.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, my old roommate, it was literally the day after Halloween. Christmas stuff went up immediately November 1st. So that's what happened.
I
Oh,
only
sorry, I'm
put
listening to
Christmas up on years where like I need excitement. Like, I
Yeah,
have
what
to,
did you
like,
start
artificially-
doing? When did you start putting stuff up, PT?
You know, like the day after Halloween, maybe.
After Halloween.
May or may not have put Halloween away and immediately
Spoken
got
like
Christmas
someone
up.
who's never had people their entire life try to be like, can I just make this your birthday and your Christmas present?
I was born in July, so no. Never once experienced that.
People would try to do that all the time.
Because you fell out at the end of November, yeah.
Yeah, I'm right at the end of November, and so like sometimes people wouldn't see me until like a week and a half into December, and so they'd be
Yeah.
like, let's just make it a combo gift. And I'm like, this sucks.
How many times did that happen?
Every single year.
Every single year.
Like my parents were really good about not doing it because I had an older sister who was born the day
Yeah.
after Christmas, and so like that got shut down pretty quick within the like core family. I'll give them that, but like distant family, basically people who weren't parents or siblings, they would try to do that. Friends would. Like, not even friends, like, friends wouldn't try to do it, but the acquaintances would do that. And it was, like, kind of like,
Oh, wow.
like, it's always really weird because it's like, on the one hand, you're supposed to be grateful someone's giving you a gift. And I am grateful for the gift. But on the other hand, it feels bad when, like, I know that I got you a really nice Christmas present and I got you a really nice birthday present. And I do that every single year. And you don't want to put in the same effort for me, you know?
Yeah, I see it.
But when you try to express that to people, they're like, you're so greedy, you're so selfish, you're so ungrateful. And it's like, and what are you supposed to say? Because there's no way to explain what you're feeling without it coming off that way, because you are talking about them doing a combo gift.
Right.
It's like, oh.
One of those faux pas. I think anyone's like, I think my mom also gets to burn on that because her birthday is right before Mother's Day. And, you know, the young kid that I was, same thing. It's kind of like, I throw everything into the birthday and I'm kind of like, Mother's Day, we just go out to eat.
Yeah. If it was, and it also depends on who it's coming from and what kind of gift. Like, if it's a gift that's like on the more extravagant side and you're like, hey, because I've done that before. Like, there was a time for my ex, I bought him a gaming system and the band game, Rock Band. Gosh. He wanted the new Rock Band, but that meant I had to get him a new system. To get all that together, I was like, this is your birthday and your Christmas and our anniversary, because we did not have a lot of money to begin with. I had saved up for months to be able to do this, and it was quite a lot of money. And so it's like, that's one thing. If it's like a bigger thing, or if I know that you're having, you know, if you're having like financial issues, that's another thing. If you're like, hey, this is all I can afford. But like, I'm not going to say like, oh, everybody always has to. It's just kind of like, if they're a kid, okay, that makes sense too. They don't have their own money. They have whatever their parents gave them.
That's true too. That's true. But yeah, that makes sense. It's very interesting, I think, to bring it up because, like, yeah, holidays and stuff bring together close together. I did listen to that song. BT is a very good song. I'll have to add it to my list later. So I'll listen to it.
It's
But
a super good song.
yeah, it's very good. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna continue the Thanksgiving theme, and I know kind of like I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. I've experienced this sometime when I eat Azoran muscle turkey. Do you get the feeling of all that tryptophan to make you sleepy after eating a lot of turkey? Has that ever occurred to you?
I think most
But that-
people do.
Yeah.
I mean, I have memories of like my family members eating a bunch of turkey and then just everyone taking a group nap, like family siesta. Just
True. Very true. So like, well, let's kind of break that even further because like, Faye, why are you doing that? You're doing that for some reason. Do you know eat turkey?
No, because I know some science and it's gonna make this a lot less fun.
Okay. Go
So I'm gonna
ahead.
keep my... So while there is tryptophan in turkey, there's not a lot of it, and if you eat any stuffing or rolls or potatoes or basically any normal side dish that comes with Thanksgiving, they have so much sugar that they or just because they're starches, that it completely counteracts any amount of tryptophan that you would be consuming from the turkey. And the Thanksgiving sleepies is just because you probably don't usually eat that much, and your body does expend most of the energy that your body expends is just, being awake and digesting more food. And so your body's just like, okay, that was really heavy. We need to like conserve energy while we break down this
everything
for more energy. It has nothing to do with the turkey.
Well, there you go. So the quantity of food eaten rather than the turkey itself. But of course, people do eat a lot of food on that day, and that probably is why. But like, has any other? So kind of branching out from that, does any food have different effects on people, or if eating something that like you needed just for that little boost or everything? So
any carbohydrates I eat honestly make me super sleepy. Like if we have, sorry, I'm so uncomfortable. If we have like any carb heavy dinner, I'm like immediately just, it's nap time. I'm gonna just go to bed. And then like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really bad about consuming the amount of protein that I ought to consume during the week. And so then like some point during the midweek, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Like I'm so tired. I don't feel good. And then Hero will be like, well, when's the last time you ate? Have you had meat today? And then if I go on like a quasi carnivore diet, then I actually feel a lot better getting proteins that I need. Food is crazy. I could go on forever about nutrition and food.
Well, there you go. Any comfort foods or anything that you eat? Like, or no, not necessarily comfort food, like foods you eat that kind of lifts the mood, per se?
Nothing that's consistent.
Why does it have to be consistent? I mean, something that you eat once in a while. That you don't eat all the time that kind of like lifts the mood. No?
I mean, I made myself some green rice casserole for Thanksgiving because like Ty said earlier, I stayed home by myself. I don't really have family up here. So I made myself some green rice because that's like was a staple of the holiday. It was always my favorite side dish. And like I just added some ham into it. So it's like mini Thanksgiving in a casserole dish. And that was like, it felt very much like still holiday-ish for me because that's what that is always associated with. That so I guess that would be it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's green rice?
It's the only way that I eat broccoli because I hate broccoli. It's rice, cheese, broccoli, cream of broccoli soup, all mixed into a casserole. And then, like I said, I like add like chopped chicken or chopped ham to it sometime. So just so that it's like just a one dish meal instead of having to like have other dishes to create like the protein.
True.
Very southern
Wait, how
of
did
me.
it turn green? Was it cream or broccoli that made it green, or how does it green?
Well, there's also just actual broccoli in it.
Oh, actual broccoli. Gotcha.
Yeah.
duh.
So I
Makes
got
sense.
like 2 heads of broccoli and boiled it, and then you mash it up, and then you stir it in with the soup and the rice and the cheese, and you bake it all together.
That makes sense. Though. I was like cleaning the aftermath of this up, and I was like, "There's so many plates." I'm like, "What was the process of everything that went into it?" Now that makes sense because of the broccoli. Okay, Faye's like, "Oh yeah, I hate these." Well, it's because like it's Thanksgiving, and the next day after is Faye's birthday, and she's not gonna do anything on her
So
birthday.
you shouldn't. I
Yeah,
believe
so-
that's actually the laws. You're not allowed to do
Yeah.
anything on your birthday. Like, I think it's written into the Constitution. It's in the fine
Exactly.
print. Oh,
Fine print.
so
Yeah, like I did. I had some of that yesterday, so it is pretty good. I was kind of wondering too. I was like, "How is this green?" Now I know it's actually broccoli.
It's broccoli.
Turned it into it.
well, now
Okay.
you're questioning it. Why is it green? I'm just gonna eat it anyway. But
Yeah, I was gonna eat it anyway. I mean, that's what I did.
I mean, I ate it already, so it's not poison.
Well, there
You
you
knew
go.
that I ate it, and I was still walking. So
There you go. There you go.
Well,
All right.
see, you know what I've noticed for us for Thanksgiving is Hero and I both tend to eat more the day after Thanksgiving than we do on Thanksgiving Day. Like, we eat very little on Thanksgiving Day, but then the day after Thanksgiving, all bets are off. Like,
you spend all day Thanksgiving cooking, don't you?
yeah, I do. Yes.
So by the time it's time to serve dinner, you're so sick of smelling it, you don't want it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, and then I was laughing so hard because every year I make a sweet potato pie, and oh my gosh, it's so good. It's way better than pumpkin pie. And then, so we had guests over, we had like half the pie left, and then we were just chilling, and I just like grabbed the pie pan and like brought it into our room, and Hero looks at me and he's like, "We are not eating half a pie. Go, like, go put it back."
Go portion.
And I
There
was
you
like,
go.
"But here's the thing, though. If we both eat it, then it's just a quarter of a pie. It's not that bad."
There you go.
He did not let me eat
Oh.
half the pie in bed.
Wait,
so-
did you add cinnamon to the apple pie?
Of course, I did.
You guys-
I did end up adding the nutmeg. So, and it was.
Oh no, man, that's right. Yeah, I think it's yeah.
Mhm.
It was nutmeg. Sorry, I thought it was the cinnamon. I think there's someone else mentioned cinnamon with something else, and I was kind of confused. So we did this thing over my Thanksgiving, where my niece, because my niece did the it was Special Persons Day, like Tuesday, and then she did this thing where like it was create a holiday, right? So she brought the same activity to Thanksgiving, but kind of gave everyone like a choice to do every one of the parts. That came up was Pickle Day, and then like eventually the point of flavors of Pickle Day, someone said, my mom said cinnamon. And I was just like, we're just like cinnamon and pickles. I don't know if that would work at all. Like so, but then I was like, well, what if it was just like vinegar or something? I don't know, put something else to put the flavor of that. But yeah, that was the activity, so that's why I'm interested in. But yeah, I don't remember it was nutmeg because you said nutmeg and apple pie. All right, but yeah, I haven't had any. The only food that I really enjoy, and like I can always like, I think it's just a texture thing that kind of like makes me feel good that eating it is usually sushi. So I don't know, like I prefer sushi and different types of sushi, but then like if it's really fresh, then just like the freshness of eating it. I don't know. It's just like I think this the texture in my mouth that makes me really happy when eating sushi. But of course, I can't eat it as much, and it's one of those things like very acquired taste. I don't know if you guys. I know it tastes sushi, but PT, are you a fan of sushi at all? She's shaking her no.
No. I don't eat fish. Period. Full stop.
Ah.
Like seafood at all. I can't. And it's one of Hero's favorite things. And so, you know, I'll go with him to like sushi restaurants, and I'll have like the California roll. Like, give me my rice vegetables. I'll eat that. But I'll always try it, and he'll like, you know, put when you do the rice, and then it's just like the raw fish on top.
Mhm.
Nigiri.
Yeah. So that's what he gets, like the real sushi, and then he'll like put it in my mouth because he makes you try it every time. Because you know you should always try foods that you don't like, just in case you suddenly like it or you know whatever. And I can't even like bite down on it. It's just not good. Like
It's a texture thing.
it must be. So like you love it for the texture. I despise it for the texture and the
Yeah.
the ambient flavor. Like I don't know how to. You know what I mean? Like seafood just has this like very distinct.
Do you like shellfish?
No, I don't like
Okay.
anything that comes from the sea. nothing.
Oh,
That's fair.
that's fair. What is the usual like food at dinners surrounding chicken or anything else that's not from the sea?
Yeah, we are a meat and potatoes type of family. So
Okay.
I grow most of our vegetables, including the potatoes, and then and then we pair it with a meat and then a carb
Yeah.
of some sort.
There you go. Okay. All right. So that's kind of the end of the Thanksgiving food topic. But I have my kind of question. Oh, briny. And Chris
Briny,
also,
yeah.
yeah. Chris also has food texture problems. I see. I see. But yeah. So going into the main question, Thanksgiving, and since we're talking about food, let's say holiday related, it's like any food across the board. And this question for both of you guys, I'll start with this kind of start with Faye. If you could have any food that you could make right now, no cost, no supply, nothing to impede this, what would be the meal or food you create for you?
My grandma's beef noodle stew. Or it's not even a stew, just beef noodles. I don't know how to describe it. My grandmother grew up during the Great Depression. This was one of the meals. It was like the noodles are basically just flour, salt, and water that she would like hand mix and hand roll. And I know there's like salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of seasoning, but it like wasn't anything super fancy. There's not any actual meat in the stew. It was just like beef broth.
Okay.
Because again, this was, but like I have been missing my grandma so much, and all I want right now is her beef noodles. As far as I know, she never taught anyone the recipe. So I have actually been scouring. If anyone knew how to make it, it would have been my dad, who passed 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's as far as the family line of it is lost. I have been scouring the internet trying to find a recipe, and I did find one that looked like the noodles looked right. And then my computer reset and it like did the updates thing, and then when I booted up my computer the next day and reopened Firefox, it was a fresh Firefox. It didn't save my tabs, and now I've got to find it again.
Oh, so wait, you did find it at one point, but now you're lost it again?
I found one that looks right. I haven't tried making it yet, so I don't know if it's going to taste right. But the noodles looked like what my grandma's noodles looked like. So something is right there.
Oh, there you go.
So I got to find that again.
All right, I'm on the hunt for the recipe. All right, PT.
Mine's much less meaningful. Just like a big, fat, juicy breakfast burger. Yeah. Like it's a hamburger, but then you get like breakfast ham, and then you get some bacon,
makes sense.
and then you get
That sounds delicious.
Oh my gosh, we have it's a barbecue place, but all the meat is like local grown and everything. Oh my gosh, it's like $20 for a burger. Oh, best $20 you'll ever spend in your whole life. So good.
Oh, nice.
That's
Nice.
what I would have.
Oh, there
Every
you go.
time we go there, my eldest and I split the burger. So we'll just get one and split it.
So I have a dish every year that I usually request from my mom, and she always hates me because like it takes so much like effort to make it, and it requires actual like fat from like I guess pork or something. So it's called the version of Vietnamese meatballs. The Turk Vietnamese name would be Nam Mung, but it's basically Vietnamese meatballs that are kind of grilled on a barbecue. They're skewered in a circle, and absolutely to die for. I would have it almost. If I could have it for a lot, I would have it for many portions. Cause like, I think it's just cause like the amount of fat and the like usually sugar that puts into it kind of gives it a very unique taste. It's not like a typical meatball like you would see, but it was like with pork, the sugar, and the extra fat. The only problem with that, having that much sugar and fat in it, it kind of burns really quickly. So you have to be really careful with the heat and the process of like cooking it and going with a charcoal heat. grill this time was kind of like, it doesn't get hot and then it gets really, really hot and then you're just like, you can take them off and wait, but I burned a lot for this last birthday. So I learned that I have to wait on those, but they're good. And there you go with, so how you eat them usually is like you get like rice paper, you put the rice paper, you put all the fillings in, would be noodles, different herbs like cucumbers and stuff, and then put the meals in, roll it up, and then you kind of eat it like how do you describe it, like a non-spin roll type thing, and then dip it in like this peanut sauce, which is always a great sauce. And then my childhood always refers to after the fact, like after finishing the rolls, if there are any leftover noodles or stuff, I just put it in like any fillings. Like usually I put them into the bowl and just eat it with the sauce. And I feel like it's just like the taste palette. Like if you've ever had Vietnamese food, there's a certain taste palette to foods where it's like, that's my comfort food too. Like I would just go and, like, if I can go for that every single time the restaurant had it, I will order it. The process of eating that though is so arduous because like if you go to a restaurant, they give it to you on a plate, but then with the big plate of all the like vegetables and fillings, so you have to kind of like create it yourself at the table. So it's a very, work for your food, roll it up and throw it into a roll and eat it. So, but yeah.
You go out to eat to do that?
You could.
Create it yourself? That
Yeah.
sounds crazy.
That sounds
I'd be very
crazy.
upset if I went to a restaurant and they were like, "Here's all the ingredients. Make your own food." I'd be really.
Yeah, I think some Vietnamese
man.
food is like that though. Yeah. Wait, what?
PT, don't do Korean barbecue then.
I
They
don't go
bring you the
anywhere
raw
where-
meat, you cook it at the table.
Yeah, that makes me mad. Like, I am so audaciously lazy. Like, if I am going to like spend my money to go out in public, you're gonna do it all for me, and I'm just gonna sit there.
If I went to a
Yeah.
Korean barbecue place and it was pre-cooked, I would immediately leave. This is not good Korean barbecue.
Well, there you go.
Probably not. I have a difference of opinions, I guess. Like, I don't. If I have to like physically leave my house and go out in public, then I refuse to do anything that requires me to like put forth any effort.
Well, there you go. So don't take PT to places where she has to put her food together. It needs to
Right.
be all in one piece, hand it to her, and you can be like, here you go. But yeah.
Unless it's a taco bar. I'll make an exception for a taco bar.
Oh, taco. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, there we go. Seven's for a taco bar. All right, so I think I talked to Faye about this, and she's going to probably correct me on pronunciation, but the pies, because I know PT probably created a lot of pies for Thanksgiving, but then the way I pronounce it is probably totally not the way I pronounce it is pecan. But pumpkin or pecan is one of the baits, and then also cranberry sauce, because I know Faye doesn't like cranberry sauce either. So she's like, what are the essential items you expect out of a Thanksgiving meal? And
For
go
me,
PT, yeah.
It's got to be broccoli salad, right? And I will happily leave both pumpkin and pecan pie. I prefer not to eat either of those. I always go for sweet potato pie. It's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
And then but broccoli salad and deviled eggs are the only two things that if I don't have those on Thanksgiving, then I don't feel right.
Interesting. Wait, broccoli salad as in like a fresh salad with broccoli and
No,
stuff?
as it's not. It's you take all of these very healthy ingredients and then you smother it all in sauce and make it extremely unhealthy. So
Okay.
it's like it's
As
broccoli,
one does on
sunflower-
Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Yeah, right. So you do broccoli, bacon, sunflower seeds, a sweet onion, and then you make a sauce out of like mayonnaise, sugar, vinegar, mustard, and you mix it all together, and it's so good. And nobody likes it but me. Nobody. So I make it every year, and nobody in my family eats it. So I just greedily put it into a Tupperware, and it sits in the fridge, and I'll take it out and just eat it
There you go.
like for days.
I need to see this recipe now as you state. I'm curious.
Oh,
But-
I'll send it to you. You'd add
Alright.
it to your stash of recipes that I've sent to you.
Yes,
That
I
Faye
still
has.
need to. I
Sorry,
still need to
Faye.
get Faye the yeast so she can make the bread. She's like, "You want me to
Yeah,
make
he
bread?"
forwarded me. He forwarded me your bread recipe. He just sends it, and I'm like, "Am I to take this as you want me to make bread?" And he
Well, I said we would collaborate on
Yes.
this process, but yes.
Why, It's so easy. It's not.
I was like, no context, just a recipe.
Well, we'll take a day to cook for. We'll make it like a cookie stream one day. We'll see, where we make this bread and stuff
I make
that we've
that
learned.
bread every other day. It is so easy. You can do it.
All right, I'll
Well,
take
I'm
a look.
sure I've made bread in the past. It was just the way it was presented to me. No context. No, like, hey, I'm thinking of. I didn't even know y'all had been talking about bread. And all of a
That's true.
sudden,
I just send the
just had
recipe like randomly. Yeah.
Just the recipe. Like, here you go.
I think you have
Nothing.
to. You have to realize if you're living with me that I do lack some type of context, and I always expect you kind of like you should know, but then you don't know, and then I was like, oh yeah, I need to add this
Yes.
context because Faye's gonna totally get confused of what I'm talking about. But yeah, but
He
yeah.
definitely starts a conversation with himself and then starts to verbalize it, and then I'm like, you need to back up. What?
I do that
Yeah,
too.
That's how my mind works. That's how my mind works like so many times.
I just kind of look at him blankly, like.
No, she
Like,
just
is he
stops and
talking-
goes like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." And I just like backtrack and then explain what my thought process was for a second. But
I do
but
that too. I don't feel bad. I
oh, there you go.
start conversations like like mid conversation with yourself, or what I'll do is I'll like pick up on a conversation that we had the previous day, and then I'll just start right in the middle. As
Yeah.
if it never stopped, and like,
I've done that on occasion. Like I fought this thought and it gets reoccurred to me, and then I don't lead into it, and Faye's like, "What are you talking about?" And then I
I
have to
swear
like,
I swear he has started in the middle of sentences before, and I only got the last part, and I'm just like I have hearing problems, so I'm like, okay, what? How did I mess it that bad? Like,
yeah.
that's just like me and Hero. He also has hearing problems, so sometimes I'll say stuff and he'll like look at me like very quizzically for a while. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm just trying to figure out if you had started that sentence hours ago and I missed it, or if you're doing that thing again. Like, I'm doing my mental gymnastics, okay?
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So Vaya, you have any items besides? Well, we talked about the green fried rice. Like anything Thanksgiving that you will need to see at the table, per se.
like if I was doing like a real table, I do agree with the deviled eggs thing. Usually like a ham of some sort. I don't know. It's been weird because like I did the Friendsgiving thing for like the past couple years, and my friend who hosted, he was like, don't, like, you can bring drinks, you can bring alcohol if you want, but I'm cooking everything. So it was already a little bit odd, but like when I think of Thanksgiving, the things I see on the table in my head, it's like very Southern. And if y'all don't know this, Southern people love casseroles. So I'm like thinking, like, what were the quintessential? Because like, you have your ham, the green rice, which is in a casserole dish. We'd have sweet potato in a casserole dish. We'd have corn souffle in a casserole dish.
Is all casserole dishes? What?
Green beans are in a casserole dish.
All right.
How many casserole dishes do you guys have just on hand?
No, so like everybody would. So grandma makes the sweet potatoes at her house, and then she brings them to the house that's being hosted at to do like the final bake. But like casseroles tend to have like multi steps of baking. So like when I made the green rice, the rice is cooked separate, the broccoli is cooked separate. If you're adding chicken into it, that would be cooked separate, and then you mix it all into the casserole dish together, and then it has a final bake stage. So you do like all the pre-cooking and putting it into the casserole dish at home, and then it sits in your fridge, and then you bring it to Thanksgiving and it does the final bake, which is usually only like 30 minutes at the place. That way it's nice and hot. And that's why South does everything in the casserole dish.
Makes sense. Wait, I have a question though. That casserole dish, did you actually use the lid? Question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
For the first part of it.
Gotcha.
But because it is not glass, I had to take it off much sooner than I normally would because it wasn't.
Oh, you couldn't see, yeah.
It's not that I couldn't see, it's that it actually changes the way it cooks.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah, it wasn't browning the top of the casserole at all. It was staying too liquidy, so I had to take it off.
Oh, gotcha. Hey, BZ, I had a question because like I had to like find this casserole dish for Faye because I didn't have one with a lid. Do you have casserole dishes with lids? I'm just out of curiosity. I'm just curious. She's shaking her head no. Okay.
I have like the
So for those of you who aren't who are from up north, if you're gonna get a casserole dish, it needs to be about this big. The brand you should look for is called Corningware.
Okay.
It has a glass lid. Yes, the glass can go into the oven. It's made to go into the oven.
Yeah, this is the debate we had with my
dishes.
sister when I was asking her too. And I was confused. Like Faye would say one thing and my sister was saying another thing. I'm like, I'm just gonna go look for one because I don't know.
Is that not just like a Dutch oven, essentially, then?
No. Dutch ovens are their own things. Dutch ovens tend to be so what Ty got, while it works, it's more of a Dutch oven than it is a casserole dish. Like I can make it work. It's not actually a casserole dish. It is a northern person's interpretation of a casserole dish, not an actual one. So Dutch ovens tend to be round, taller. They're more like they're deeper and have a solid, not see-through lid. And a casserole dish is more shallow, more oval, and usually has a glass lid. So that one, you can see what's happening inside. Two, it helps it actually like brown the inside of or the top of the casserole because like they're all supposed to have a little bit of like a crust on the top. Like I've never seen a casserole not. But you want it to be more shallow so that it cooks through more even. So they're usually only like maybe this deep.
What? Like, all of our casserole dishes are very like thin, but I've never in my life seen one with a lid. Not a once.
It has to be a northern southern thing, yeah.
So you can get them without lids, but get Corningware. They come with lids. They're more versatile with lids.
I've never even seen Corningware. We've got Pyrex, and we've got Pyrex. And also
Pyrex.
Okay,
Pyrex.
well,
Pyrex.
Pyrex hasn't been good since like the
Well, okay.
Pyrex hasn't been good since like the 80s at the latest.
Here's the thing. Most people get the Pyrex with the lowercase p. You have to get the Pyrex with the capital P.
Which is not sold in the US anymore.
It is if you buy it online.
Yeah, because you're buying it from European suppliers.
Yeah, they'll ship it. I use all my grandma's Pyrex from like the 1950s.
And
I have all
those are great.
Yeah.
Those are great. For those who don't know, Pyrex got bought out in the 90s, I believe. It could have been earlier, but the company that bought them out in the US only didn't buy the rights to the capitalized logo. They bought the lowercase logo, which prior to the 1990s was what Pyrex used for their party lines. So they were supposed to be the things that like that are meant to be put out when you're doing a party. But they were when they bought it, they stopped making things out of borosilicate glass and they started making it out of soda lime glass. And soda lime glass does not handle the temperature differences as well as the borosilicate. This is why you'll have people take their Pyrex out of the oven and put it on the counter, and the second it touches the counter, it shatters, whereas the borosilicate didn't do that because it can handle that differential better. Or you'll have people like putting something hot into the Pyrex and it just shatters as the second the food touches it because the temperature difference was too much too quick. Yeah. So
out of curiosity, Faye, I don't know if you ever heard of it. Have you ever heard of the Corning Museum of Glass?
No, but that sounds like a place that's going to have a lot of radioactive glass. Bring a black light.
Okay, but yeah, it's a museum I've been to, I think once, but it's up in New York. So yeah, but yeah, all right.
Did you know that in the 40s, a company made a set of glasses that were actually like unbreakable? Like you could like knock your glass off a counter onto a tile floor and the glass wouldn't shatter. And then, you know, like World War II broke out, so the company kind of went under, and then they were bought out by an American company who took one look at it and said, that's gonna hurt our bottom line, and quickly disassembled it.
Well, hey, okay. All right.
We could have had non-breakable glasses. We could have had toddler-proof glasses.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Or Faye-proof, because I'm klutz.
I was gonna say nothing is toddler-proof, Faye. Toddlers will find a way.
Very true. All right. What if I think? So anything I would think I would see. I don't know. I would go pumpkin pie because I always see pumpkin pie, but I think double eggs. So I would like to see double eggs. I didn't see it this time, but I did invest in a Black Friday deal, surprisingly, because Faye knows I had this thing for, I don't know what the apparatus is called that like boils eggs. And what is that called, Faye? The little thing I have?
An egg steamer.
The egg steamer, yeah. So I have like an egg steamer that can boil multiple eggs at one time. And I was like, I need to now invest in double egg holder. So I did buy one, but I will now bring double eggs to parties I go to. Outside of Thanksgiving. But still. But yeah, so like that, and I think, so like the one thing being up in North, and I think people up North can know that the Wawa does this thing where I see, but it kind of does the thing where they give you like stuffing, mashed potatoes, turkey, and gravy and cranberry sauce into this bowl. And it happens around just like end of October till like I think like December, at least end of December, or something before it gets too warm again. But I don't know, I was reminded of that dish. But yeah, I think the essential is pumpkin pie still, and then I think I would like to see double eggs, but I wouldn't see it this year. So all right, so moving on.
Some deviled eggs.
Well, there you go. We'll have a double egg holder, and I'll be like, eggs, Faye, and double egg holder. As you know, Faye's been doing a lot of the cooking, so I, of course, have to do the cleanup. So that's how it works out.
It's only fair.
It's only fair, exactly. It's only fair, yeah. So yeah, but we'll have double eggs in our future, probably. So it looks like it.
Yes.
So,
we gotta get through the leftovers in the fridge so I have room so I can start cooking again.
True, there's a lot of leftovers that need to kind of rotate out.
Your leftovers?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we are so bad at leftovers.
We eat at least 90% of them. I'm not gonna say we eat every single bit, but there's usually not much left if it does get thrown out.
True.
Crazy. I have this thing with like reheated meat that like any kind of meat, like once it's been reheated, I just don't want it anymore. Like, well, I don't know. I'm good.
I think it's a degree of some things that like you heat it just doesn't retain that like first time. So there's only a few of those that I.
Yeah, there are definitely some meals that do not hold well. I don't tend to cook meals that don't hold because I tend to like meal prep. So like you can ask Ty, like I'll make a meal and that might be the only time he eats it, but that's my lunch for the next week.
It hasn't happened yet, but the curry she made the first time, it was sort of a big container left over. I ate it like maybe twice after that. And she kind of looked at me like, "You're like rice?" I'm like, I only can eat so much of one thing in so many days before I
could eat the same thing almost every day, though.
Not me. I have to, like, if I'm going to eat, it has to be exciting and fun and delicious, or I will just, good, I'm good. I won't eat it.
There was a point in Houston that I literally ate the same meal every single day for 2 months.
Oh, my husband can do that. He can do that. I'll make him the same lunch every day, and I'll be like, "Are you tired of this yet?" And he's like, "No, it's great. I like it."
But then when my brain decides that we're done with it, like I was munching away. I was so happy, and then I took a bite, and I was just like, no, no. And then I still haven't been able to eat it again.
I was gonna say, and then you're done with it forever, right?
Usually not forever, but it's gonna be a while.
Makes sense. Hopefully
But
it
I
makes
was big sad.
So yeah.
Because I always knew what I was gonna eat. I was like, this is what, like, I had one meal covered every single day. This is just what I'm gonna eat. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm gonna eat anymore.
You have to go exploring again, and that's the worst part.
True. Yes,
It
we'll
really
need to
is.
get all this, work through all the leftovers that's in the fridge and slowly, because there's a lot of leftovers actually down there right now. But yeah. Oh, 30-second ads. You guys got a 30-second beef. And crash starting now. But yeah. We'll throw that around. So I'm gonna go
Let
into.
my dog out real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go. Alright, I do a 30-second ad on pre-rolls, so pre-rolls run for the whole time. And then we're going to be back. Alright, so going to kind of move on from there. Hey, I always leave you to last because you never want to put you first because you always get on the spot for me and put me first. But then, what is your question of AMA variety today?
So I know it's supposed to be holiday themed, but this year my birthday fell the day after Thanksgiving, which is the very closest my birthday can possibly be to Thanksgiving because of leap year. So I was gonna ask a birthday question.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. I wanted to know what your favorite birthday cake is. Because everyone's answer is always so interesting to me.
Ice cream cake.
Do you have a particular type of ice cream cake?
Mint
Because ice cream
chocolate
is
chip.
broad. Mint chocolate chip ice cream cake. Does it come from somewhere specific or
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone? I don't think I've ever been to Cold Stone.
Oh,
Wait, is there
so
PT?
good.
TPP just goes, thank God.
I know it. Don't get me wrong. I know it. I've seen
Okay.
them in the South. I've just never been
Oh, you
there.
never been to one? Oh, right.
Yeah, no. We were more of a Baskin Robbins family
Oh,
growing
sure.
up than a Cold Stone. Cold Stone was for people who had money.
Oh, okay.
We did not when I was younger.
But always the ice cream cake that I remember for our birthdays. But yeah, that was my favorite. And always the fact that you had to
says-
like take it out of the fridge and like let it, you know, like get to like
A
temperature where you
little
actually
bit.
cut it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just run the knife under hot water.
That too. That works too. So wait, carrot cake, PT?
Yep, I love how Hero answers in chat for me. Carrot cake, yeah.
Please note that he put a question mark. He was
Oh, he did
not
put a
100%.
question mark, yeah.
He's like, I hope I got this right.
We could do a quiz. What kind of frosting, Hero? If you get it wrong, you're grounded.
Ice cream cake by summer birthday for synonymous. I see. All right, PT, wait for cream
You got
cheese.
it. It's cream cheese, yeah.
Oh, that's a good combo.
Frosting. But you know what? A pseudonominate, that's your name. That's what it is now.
You can just call him
Hero.
Pseudo.
Oh, okay, perfect. Hero has a winter birthday, and they're an ice cream cake family. His whole family is. So it's not just for summer. I'm a summer birthday, and I prefer carrot cake.
Oh, wait, rum cake? What about rum cake,
Oh,
PT?
That's true. That's true. Well, because every once in a while you get bored of the same kind of cake, and
True.
then I'll do the rum cake, or it can't be anything normal like chocolate or vanilla. No, I gotta go like carrot or rum or like.
So it's funny you say that carrot's not normal. So my second favorite cake is spice cake. And every time I ask for spice cake, they give me carrot cake.
Wait,
That's
so
not
what's
the
in a
same thing,
spice
though.
cake? Wait, what's in a spice cake?
It's a lot of the same ingredients, but it doesn't have carrot. Because carrot
I
cake
am
has
perplexed.
actual shredded carrot in it.
So what goes into carrot cake usually that's not carrot?
Like cinnamon, nutmeg. It's a more
Allspice, clove.
yeah. They're
It's a
both
spicy
savory cakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The spice cake has a higher level of those seasonings in it than a carrot cake does. But every time I'm like, because what I usually get is a cookie cake. And at this point, I kind of just get that one. Like, I actually do prefer spice cake, but it's so hard to get someone to give me an actual spice cake that I go for cookie cake, because that's the one that I know they're going to get right. But yeah, it's just frustrating. And then you're like, carrot cake's an oddball cake. And I'm like, why is it always the default one that they try to give me?
Because spice cake is more oddball than carrot cake. And only because spice cake and carrot, like you said, spice cake and carrot cake are basically the same cake, just one has carrot and one doesn't. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pseudo says it's gifted one when you gifted me on my birthday. I never had one gifted. One year I bought myself a birthday cheesecake. Cheesecake is good too.
Birthday cheesecake is always a win. We had a pumpkin cheesecake one time. Oh my gosh. It was wild. My stomach has never hurt so bad afterwards after eating a cheesecake, but it was worth it 100%.
True.
I know how to make cheesecake. It's good.
Have you guys ever ventured to a place called the Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So what are your opinions on those cheesecakes from there?
Mid.
Meh.
Yeah.
Mid.
So to clarify, Cheesecake Factory, just so everyone knows, they do specialize in cheesecake, but it's like a restaurant that almost serves like, God, their menu's so huge, like almost everything.
Yeah, I think that's a problem though. It's like, even like you say they specialize in cheesecake. I don't think they specialize in cheesecake. I think they have a lot of options of cheesecake flavors.
The optional cheesecake flavors, yeah.
So if you just want to try a variety of cheesecake, absolutely go there. But if you want good cheesecake, go pretty much anywhere else, because they're very much focused on their desserts and just their entire menu. As you mentioned, they focus on diversity, not quality.
True. Are there different styles of cheesecake that you guys are familiar with?
Yeah, there can be. Like, then differences in how you like bake them. You go like the old school, bake them in the water dish and like super complicated, or you go new school and do like almost the no bake method, which is what I prefer.
I prefer baking. I bake mine.
I just don't make them.
I still bake.
I just don't make them. It's one of those things, like I can bake almost anything, but cheesecake, it's not one of those things I can do. I don't know why. It's like growing broccoli. Can't do it. It's on my list of stuff that I just can't.
I was going to use the word focus in the context of Cheesecake Factory to begin with, missing the point. I guess so. Very true. Faye, what is your perfect? Well, you said the you said the spice cake. Never mind. So the spice cake or the cookie cake, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, Faye. It's that time again. What is your hyperfixation? I know you just moved, but you've been kind of not in flux anymore, so you must have one.
Slightly. I'm literally just getting into a hyperfixation. Okay. I got this new game. It's called Potion Permit. If you like games like Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, you're gonna like Potion Permit. You go around, you gather materials, you make potions to heal people, and you're new in the town, so you're trying to like fix the problems in the little town. It's so cozy and so fun. It doesn't run on 24-hour, so it actually progresses, which is like my biggest problem with games like Animal Crossing, because there's like, they're running real time with real world, and then you run out of things to do. No, if you run out of things to do, you go to bed, you have more things to do. And yeah, so that I got this game last week. I started it on stream. I will not be finishing it on stream because I have been playing it off stream for the dopamine hit.
There you go.
It's so like much fun.
So like, is it just like you have many tasks that you do, or how?
I mean, like, yeah, so like there are quests that you do where like someone will be like, hey, like my livestock's food, there's bugs in it, can you get rid of the bugs? And you're like, yeah, let me go make a bug repellent for you. So you make a little potion, and you concoct it and you go like, this will get rid of the bugs. Or people will get sick and you have to run to the clinic that's next to your house and you have to figure out like, oh, okay, your throat's hurting, let me go make you a little potion to fix your... So it's like half chemistry, half potion. Like they literally call your character the chemist, but everything you make is called a potion. So it's like half witchy, half chemistry. So you're like...
Is there a story in this game yet, or is kind of like...
There is. So, like... years ago, there had been a chemist in this town that caused like an ecological nightmare and like messed up a lot of their stuff. And so many years later, are a new chemist trying to come in. You were asked by the mayor to come into this town because his daughter was sick and their local witch doctor had been trying for a long time to make her better and it just wasn't working. So the mayor's like throwing a Hail Mary. And if you manage to do it, then he's like, cool, like this actually ended up working. Maybe the town can be open to a chemist, but not everyone likes you or no one trusts you when you first get there because of the last guy. So you're like trying to win back you're trying to win the trust of the villagers, the townspeople, and also trying to fix the damage that the last guy did. And also like the association that you work for, they're like, yeah, no, we need you to stay here and make us look good. So like you can't really leave anyway because this is your job. So yeah, it's cute, it's fun, it's kind of go at your own pace, and I am very much liking it. And for those of you who have a Steam Deck, it also works on the Steam Deck, and it has cloud saving, so you can flip back and forth between your PC and your
Wait, so have you been on your Steam Deck?
No, I had to send... So I got a Steam Deck for my birthday, and I had to send it in for repairs because it came with the trigger on the left side was broken. Oh. And so there were games that I like straight up couldn't play because the left trigger wasn't working, and I couldn't remap them. So, but when I get it back, don't talk to me. I'm playing games.
There you go. All right. So the theme of this is Thanksgiving per se, and always I'm kind of like on what makes you happy. But this time I want to switch it up and say, what are you thankful for? If you're thankful for something, could be anything unrelated to what we talked about, or anything in general. I don't know. Let's see. PT, I'll start with you.
Okay, well, I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for my family, for my husband, for my children. I'm thankful for this whole Twitch journey and meeting you guys. Like really meeting you guys, because you two specifically have been like, if it not been for you guys, I probably would have given up long ago. Like I just don't get it, and I'm done. So like it's been nice, and especially because I've been able to sort of build a community. And I know like Faye and Ty know this, but I'm agoraphobic, so I can't leave my house and make friends like most people can. So it's been really, really fun to be able to socialize in a way that doesn't exhaust me. And it's been I'm pretty grateful for that. It's been good for my mental health.
Well, that's good.
I'm so glad.
Hey, what are you thankful for?
I'd probably say just like all of my friends, because as I've mentioned before, like I don't really have much of a family unit really. So like my friends are my family, and now like me and Ty are, sharing a house, and I've got all these amazing friends that I talk to so often, and I feel like I'm actually like my presence is wanted.
Oh, nice.
Wild. Teenage me never felt like I was wanted around. Like I was tolerated, and now I feel like I'm actually wanted in a space. And I love you guys. I'm really bad at showing it sometimes because like the ADHD be ADHDing, and that out of sight, out of mind thing sometimes happens. But
I can concur.
Like,
yeah.
But I am so grateful for every single friend that I have right now. Y'all are all amazing.
Nice. Yes. I'm thankful. Let me put this kind of. It's kind of similar because, like, let's say this. Because if Faye wasn't here, I would still be kind of the bachelor life. She even commented on my fridge. She's like, "You have such the bachelor fridge," because she came up and looked at it in my fridge. Like, what do you have in here?
Oh, yeah.
It's literally everything for like fast food that person didn't want to cook and everything. So they go for Faye because Faye is actually has moved up here and now technically is cooking, and I just have to clean up after her. But that is fine in my book. It's a good arrangement. Let's put it that way.
At least there's food in the fridge, okay?
Well, now there's food in the fridge. That's true. Now
No, I'm saying like when I moved in, at least there was fruit in the fridge. Like I've been to some guy friends' house and their fridge is like 3 sauces and a case of beer.
I have food.
That's what I just said. At least you had food in the fridge.
There you go. I thank you for Faye being here because it was the summer of Ty, because Ty spent most of the summer by himself. So now I have some roommate, and I also have a monster that I run across in the hallway a couple of times. It goes like, meow. Like, hello, monster. Almost didn't see you down there, because like, high level. He's always further. You have to look down, be like, hey. Yeah. So it's very interesting.
Pets, yeah.
Yeah.
It's different having pets, and you have to like adjust your eye level. Just not used to looking that
well,
way.
even with Monster, because he doesn't jump, so you never see him anywhere but walking around. So.
Yeah, I have a cat that does not jump. He's a little weirdo.
Yeah. So he's always at eye level, and then most of the time you're looking at him, he's like, "Oh, the camera's here." We definitely just be like staring at you. He's like, "Yes, what do you want?"
Widest eyes.
It's like, "What do you?" It's like literally like, "Yes." But he has gotten used to me, so it's all good. Before I had the 4 cats. Yeah, the 4 cats before were just like took them like a month before they got used to me. They like see him like just scamper off, and I was like, but they were all jumpers, so like thank God, Monster is not a jumper. He's will come in and be like, oh hey, how's it going? And like nudge his head near my hand is like, just pet me, and like, all right, and then like just like then like turns around and is like, all right, bye, and then goes back towards Faye's room. So, but it's been interesting per se. It's been a change. It's been a welcome change. So it's definitely keeps me on my toes, and then having someone else in the house makes more sense. Because like, man, if you saw the house I lived in, PT, and it was just me, you're like, this house is so big for just you, Ty. There's like so there's the company in the back side of the house now. So there's someone back there. Finally, but how's it been? Say moving up here. I don't know.
You mean other than the cold?
Other than the cold, yes, exactly. Anything is like.
It's been an adventure, and I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm hoping it continues in that trajectory. So, like, I've enjoyed sharing space with you. I feel like for those who were more aware of my accommodations before, I feel safer here, which is a nice feeling.
And she moved to someone who also had electric cars, so we can share the charger. It's very plus in this case, I would imagine.
Yes, that is helpful.
Yeah. All right, so that kind of ends our Thanksgiving. Oh, well, Thanksgiving episode. But PT, where go the 411? Where to find you? Where people need to locate you?
Mostly here on Twitch these days. I'm gonna be taking a break from YouTube for a while. So mostly here on Twitch, usually Mondays and Wednesdays, unless it was all last week, and then no days. And then occasionally I'll do weekends, and hoping for more played up streams.
Oh yeah, that was a. Did you? Faye totally missed the 4-man we did, right?
Oh my gosh, that was wild.
Yeah, it was a very wild played up stream with 4 people playing at the same time, for sure. But definitely have Faye up, because Faye will definitely show you a thing or two about played up for sure. Oh, yeah. But yeah, Faye, when are you gonna be streaming next, or what's your next?
So I still don't have a set schedule. I have a goal for Wednesday, and because I won't be available this weekend, So either this Wednesday or next Wednesday. It's really gonna
that's
depend.
right. Oh, PT, I got Faye Lockdown Protocol, so one day she will invite you and other people to play Lockdown Protocol.
Hero and I are in. Just tell us when.
That's one. There you go. All right, sounds good. All right. Let's see.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So we'll be back next month with the Christmas episode. Depends on when does this fall? Let me look at the calendar real quick. I'm just curious.
It looks like the last Friday is the 27th.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which
Just
is
between Christmas
2 days after Christmas.
Yeah, 2 days after Christmas and New Year. Okay. Might not be too bad. We'll see how that goes. Okay. All right. So we'll be back then. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Beyond it over. Kickland, thanks for being here. We'll be back. So I'll be back tomorrow for Tarkov in the morning. So I'll see you later, Kick. Peace. I end in reverse. It takes me a while. So bye, Kick. All right. Kick is done. And then Twitchland, I have a kid melt. Let's see, who we have up here? Let me check. I gotta do the thing and opening the stream because I remember PT one day sent the whole stream over to someone that wasn't live anymore. And I was like, oh yeah. It's one of those things you gotta remember.
Like, that actually checks out for my first time ever rating someone. It would go terribly awry. That's very on brand for me. So.
All right. But yeah. Oh, but before that, let's end the stream so I end the recording real quick. 1 second. I'll end the recording first. All right. So I'll see you guys next month. Thanks for being here again. Appreciate you guys.